All right, turning now to our other big story of the day, the House Select Committee in charge of investigating the January 6th attacks has referred former President Trump to the Department of Justice for possible prosecution on criminal charges.
In its findings, the committee labeled Trump as the central cause of that attack.
ABC's Ike Jaji joins us live from our nation's capital, and Ike, it is still unclear how the DOJ will respond.
That's right. It is unclear right now, Shannon. But what we do know is that these hearings provided a stage for the panel to explain why former President Donald Trump should be held accountable for his alleged actions on January 6th, as well as why he should not be able to hold elected office ever again. Tonight, in its final public hearing, the House Select Committee making clear they believe the evidence they've revealed through their investigation shows former President Donald Trump was responsible for the events surrounding the deadly January 6th Capitol attack.
Among the most shameful of this committee's findings was that President Trump sat in the dining room off the Oval Office watching the violent riot at the Capitol on television.
According to the panel's executive summary that was released to the public shortly after the hearing, the committee is referring former President Trump, his former election attorney John Eastman, and others to the Department of Justice for possible criminal prosecution. They said the referrals to the DOJ are based on several criminal charges, including conspiracy to defraud the United States, obstruction of an official proceeding, and inciting an insurrection.
Ours is not a system of justice where foot soldiers go to jail and the masterminds and ringleaders get a free pass.
The panel is also referring 4 Republican members of Congress to the Congressional Ethics Committee for not complying with lawfully issued subpoenas from the committee. House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy, Representatives Jim Jordan, Scott Perry, and Andy Biggs. The panel playing a video montage highlighting key moments of testimony from witnesses, as well as new testimony from some of the former president's closest allies that suggests Trump tried to obstruct the committee's investigation.
One lawyer told a witness the witness could, in certain circumstances, tell the committee that she didn't recall facts when she actually did recall them.
Now, although the DOJ maintains its independence from the committee's work, sources tell us they are interested in the transcripts from the committee's witness interviews, as well as any evidence that shows Trump or his allies attempted to contact witnesses. Reporting live on Capitol Hill, Ike Jaji for Denver 7. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Ike.
All right, let's give you some more context here. We spoke to an associate law professor at DU about these referrals, and he says with the state of politics as it is right now, there is no telling how this could impact former President Trump's political future.
In a world without hyperpolarization, then one could imagine saying this would be the death knell for any attempt to hold office in the future. But if the last 6 years have taught us anything, it's that things that have in the past been fatal to campaigns have not been fatal with regard to President Trump and the support that he gets from his base.
If you would like to watch this interview in its entirety, we have it posted for you right now on Denver 7 Plus.